Hi, I'm Robbie Erhard, principal cellist in South Dakota Symphony and cellist in the Dakota String Quartet. In this video, I'll be demonstrating a sequence of 4 exercises related specifically to the development of strength, flexibility, and suppleness in the right hand and fingers. The resulting bow stroke is often referred to as collé, although the principles of these exercises can be applied to all bow strokes. The development of the right hand bow hold through these exercises provides the foundation for all advanced techniques in the bow. The goal of these exercises is to develop a connection to the string through the stick of the bow using each finger and all of the joints in the hand that are at our disposal. The resulting strength and flexibility open up the door to an open drawing of sound, smoother bow changes, and clearer staccato strokes. Listen to these 4 short excerpts to see the application of this suppleness in the right hand. You may have noticed that while I'm using my hand and arm in different ways, my connection to the string and awareness of its resistance is maintained through the fingers in each stroke. Let's get into the exercises that I use to develop this awareness. Exercise 1. Place your bow on the G string level right at the frog. We will only be using the fingers and hand for this exercise, so make sure you have a mirror so you can see if you're using your wrist, your elbow, or your shoulder. It is very tempting to do so, but we're going to try not to. Extend your fingers to move the bow to the C string level, then pull them back to the G string using only the fingers. Make sure that your arm weight is still traveling down your arm without any of the joints being locked. Just because we are not using them doesn't mean they need to be held tightly. Repeat this exercise between the D and the G and the A and the D strings. In the second exercise, we will walk the bow down the strings using circular motions only in the fingers. We'll start again with the C and the G strings and then move on to the others. This exercise activates not only the changing of the string motion in the hand, but also the changing of contact point by angling of the bow just with the fingers. In the third exercise, we start with the bow on the string and then articulate using only the fingers. Try not to lift the bow off of the string between strokes. Once you are comfortable on each string, move on to various combinations of string crossings. We're not necessarily going for a beautiful sound here. It's okay to get some scratch. And sometimes the best technical practicing can sound a little bit ugly when we're figuring things out. So try using this to play a scale or to cross between strings using this stroke. fourth exercise is really just a variation on the third exercise. Rather than playing with the bow on the string, we start with the bow off the string. This exercise takes considerably more strength, so please be careful not to strain your hand. Build up to this exercise with the other three, and practice it similarly to the previous exercise. When practicing these exercises, it is most effective to use a mirror so that you can hold yourself accountable to following them accurately. Be aware especially of your first finger and your thumb to make sure that they are contributing. Try to keep your fingers glued to the same point of contact on the stick. As you're practicing these exercises, be willing to make changes to your current bow hold in order to develop more control over the stick of the bow. It will be well worth your time. Keep in mind, these exercises are quite strenuous, so it's very important to take a break if you feel a little bit of discomfort, or to come back the next day. None of these exercises need to be performed for more than a minute or two each day. And try to master one before moving on to the next. There is a progression both in strength and flexibility. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you found these exercises useful. As you're practicing them, keep in mind that a patient approach is the best approach. Taking the time to be really picky with yourself for a few minutes on just one string will pay off much more than trying to master everything at once. Be patient with yourself and take the time to explore and enjoy how you can use your newfound suppleness to complement your playing. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me through the symphony. Happy practicing.